What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Chris Jones. I'm about to show you 4 amazing back movements that I've been doing for years. I know for a fact if you do this, apply progressive overloading principles, these will help you out as well. All right, 4 movements. Here's the first one right here. This is one of my favorites, the straight arm pull down. And you can do this as a warm up, which is what I do it for. It's a good way to get the mind muscle connection going. I'm a firm believer in getting blood into the muscle you're working. So if you're doing arm day, throw in some blood in the arms, you know. If you're doing chest day, get some blood in the chest. Same with back. This right here is gonna flood those lats with some blood. Now, one of the functions of the back is shoulder extension. As you see, this is shoulder flexion, right? That is extension, look at that. As you see, the back activates as the shoulders extend. All right, so just throw in a movement that's gonna give you some shoulder extension with some added resistance. As you see, I can do this all day in the air. The cable is gonna give me some resistance. It's gonna fire those muscles up, all right? So here we go. Just pull it back, let your arms hang out and stretch, and just forward. Bam! Pull. That's all you gotta do. Don't throw it, because if you throw it, you're creating momentum and you're not getting maximum tension on the muscle. So make sure you control it down, control it up, all right? Control it down, control it up. So control it going up and squeeze on the way down. Control it going up, squeeze on the way down. That's a straight arm pull down, guys. Now here's the tricky part about it. Some cable stations are much higher than others. Play around with it. Go with the highest. Go mid-range. Go a little higher than your head. Find the perfect range for you. We all have different levels of mind muscle connection. We all have different limb lengths, body structures, you name it. So find the perfect height for you. Don't just get on here and start ripping away. Play around with the heights and find the perfect height for you. There it is. Here's the next movement. So this right here, guys, is the hammer strength row. Now, a lot of people you might see get on here. I'm one of those people. We just grab it down the middle and we just pull away. Now, this is very good for your lats. Okay, you can do this with a dumbbell version or you can do the hammer strength version. You can actually do a one-arm cable version, but I want to show you the high row. Doing rows for your upper back is a great way to add thickness and detail and just make your back look overall more impressive. You want those knots from the back, you want to wear a stranger, get those rows for your upper back. A lot of people got real bad lower backs, you know, bad form, you know, working manual labor. The list goes on. A lot of men suffer from lower back pain. This is a great way to get your upper back involved with some rows, and it's very safe on your lower back. So just come to the hammer strength station and grip it high, okay? Now, when you grip it here, it's very important, like I told you, shoulder extension, right? And you wanna keep your humerus, you wanna keep your elbow as close to your body to really engage those lats, okay? See, stretch, pull, stretch, pull. But what we're trying to do, we wanna hit that upper back. So you wanna flare those elbows a little bit, about 45 degrees, or we can get that mid upper back engaged, okay? So we're not going elbows close. We're flaring the elbows out, just not out here, not close. It's a nice 45-degree tuck. And bam, stretch, bam. Now you can sit down and find the height for you. Me personally, I just stand up and squat down into it. Okay, so I stand up. So as you see, I'm too high, right? I'm too high. I just squat down a little bit till I find that perfect range for me, and I stay in that position, all right? Bam, bam, squeeze every rep, bam, bam. I love this motion right here, and once you get good at it, start adding the weight and watch your back develop, and thank me later. All right, so this right here is the rows for the back. Now, we were just talking about upper back rows. This is a close grip TBar Row. You know, you can grab it out here, or you can grab it inside. Now, when you grab it out here, it's gonna be a similar experience to bent over barbell rows, or a similar experience to the hammer strength row we just showed you guys for your upper mid back. But if you want to target the lats and the very low part of your traps, right? The very low part of your traps and those lats, and bring them in together, this right here is your best friend. You know, you want a back that's nice and thick and detailed from your top of your traps all the way down to your lower back. So you want to get into these lower lats, you want to get into these lower traps, okay? Great way to hit those traps, the lower part. Cause keep in mind the traps go high all the way to the middle of your back, okay? Lower part of your traps to the lats. It's all about hitting those back from several angles, guys. This is a good angle you do not want to neglect. Just get up and pull towards your stomach. Bam. Get the feet, make sure your feet are set right, okay? Pull towards your stomach. Stretch and squeeze. All you gotta do. Stretch and squeeze. Stretch and squeeze. Guys, again, great way to hit those lats and the lower part of your traps. It's really gonna give your back a nice, thick, detailed look. Do not neglect those rows, upper and lower. All right, here's the fourth movement right here. One of my favorites. It's an old school movement. This is the dumbbell row, one arm at a time, okay? A really good way to target those lats individually. You can do this standing up, or you can do it on the bench. I like to do it both ways, but let me tell you, if you really want to target that lat, I think it's best to do it on the bench, because when you get tired, we tend to use our legs to help power the weight up, and that's cool. That's gonna help you get a little more weight, but if your lats are a weak point, you really want the muscle to work harder. You don't want to make it easy on your muscle. I know it's hard for us, especially when we train in public gyms. We don't want to be seen lifting no light ass weight. Let's just be real with you. But if you have a weak point, make the muscle work harder. And you make the muscle work harder by putting your knee on the bench. If I'm using my left arm, left leg on the ground, right side on the bench for balance and stability, and let that lat stretch, make that lat work. Like I told you on the hammer strength machine, when we're rowing for our lat, keep the elbow close. You don't want it flared. When it's flared, we're aiming for the upper mid back. When we're trying to hit our lats, we want our elbows close to our body. Okay, so check it out. As you see my lat stretched, now extend at the humerus and pull the elbow back. Bam! See that? Shoulders extending, lead with the elbow and squeeze that lat. Squeeze that lat. Squeeze that lat. Stretch. Squeeze that lat. Let's do the other side. Let's get 5 reps on this side. I want to drill this in your mind. Okay? Left hand on the bench, left knee on the bench, right side on the ground. Again, elbow close to the body. Don't pull like this, guys. Don't pull like this. Elbow close to the body. Stretch the lat. Extend the shoulder. And pull with the elbow. Bam, see that? Just lead with the elbow. Everything else will take care of itself. If you lead with the elbow, the shoulder will naturally extend. All right, lead with the elbow. Squeeze. And there it is. That's 4 back movements you should try. Get those results and thank your boy later. You can find me on Instagram at Beastmode Jones and on YouTube at Beastmode Jones. Thank you guys for your time. See you next time.